Craft work, Holly. Craft. What's your count?
This is WZOB Fort Payne, 100.9 FM and 1250 AM.
All right, so here's the deal. We had city elections. We had near about every candidate on the show. We had the mayor's race on the show. We've done football all fall, and I'm going to be somewhat self-indulgent today. We have no guests in the studio. We're going to have two Zoom guests, some buddies of mine that are going to come on the show. Excited about it. Welcome in Lunch with Bryan and Steve, episode 37. We're glad that you're with us. I am joined as usual by my co-host and cohort, Steve Chambers. Welcome in, Steve.
Well, thank you. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, it's good to have you with us. And Holly Allen is on head producing. Holly, how's everything back there? Are we rocking and rolling?
Sort of. Sounds kind of strange. There's a lot of echo in my ear back here. I don't know. Yeah. Anyway, but we'll work with it.
That's those voices talking to you.
Maybe it's just in my ear.
As we have said before on Lunch with Bryan and Steve, we have had the full bank of segment sponsors, so we got to get right to it. Right to it. First segment sponsor for this segment of Lunch with Bryan and Steve is First Fidelity Bank. First Fidelity Bank, serving DeKalb County and surrounding communities since 1965. With offices in Fort Payne, Rainsville, and Ider, First Fidelity Bank can help you with all your banking needs, including online banking with Bill Pay, mobile banking with Mobile Capture, and more. Locally owned and operated, First Fidelity Bank offers family-style service. Visit one of our convenient locations or go to bankffb.com. Equal housing member, FDIC. I always loved it on those commercials when you had equal housing member, FDIC.
FDIC.
First Fidelity Bank, our first segment sponsor on Lunch with Bryan and Steve. So let me give you a little programming note today. Here's what we got going on. We don't have an in-studio guest today. We're trying and we're going to experiment with something, and we're going to go to an early commercial break on this first segment just so we can play around with the technology. I've tested it this morning. I've tested it twice.
Well, that's good for you. Prep.
We're going to zoom in two of my old friends from back in the day, my former life in Opelika. We're going to zoom in a friend of mine, Wayne Dickens, and he's going to come up in this next segment. He's only got 15 minutes with us, so we're going to try to get him in quick. Hopefully the technology will work. Lord, we pray for it. In Jesus' name, help it work. And we're going to try Zoom. I tested it. It did work. We'll see if it works here. And then in the second hour, we're going to have a buddy of mine. He called me. I'm going to set that up later. I'll tell you about that later. But second segment of this show is going to have Wayne Dickens. He was a football player at Auburn in the early 2000s. Played defensive line. And he is now the chaplain. He has worked his way through the FCA ranks. He actually sat under Chet Williams as an assistant director for 12 years in Auburn. Hey, it's time for lunch. And that's my alarm. I always forget to turn that alarm off.
I thought he was calling in.
Yeah. And so he was at Auburn. He interviewed quite a few places. He interviewed for the Clemson chaplain job, for the Miami chaplain job, and the Tennessee chaplain job when Butch Jones was there. And ended up landing at Western Kentucky and was there. I got it written down somewhere how long he was there for. They need one, don't they? So he was there at Western Kentucky for 5 years, and then he joined in 2022 Rhett Lashley at Southern Methodist University. So Wayne is going to join us on the show, hopefully, here in the next segment. So it'll be fun. I talk to him probably 2-3 times a month. We still keep in a lot of touch, and great guy. And he almost got I don't know if I'm supposed to say this on the air.
I'm so sorry. Go ahead.
Has it figured out?
I did.
All right, Holly. Good for you.
Yeah. Yeah, y'all messed up. I'm just going to say.
Okay, well, that's good. Then we'll catch up with you at some point.
Yeah, it does feel good to solve
because
problems.
Holly doesn't mess up. The computer comes in here to fix her computer to get it finally online.
Mess up all the time.
And the light's not coming on. Well, the little light's not coming on. Well, that's because Holly hasn't turned the computer on.
That's why the light's not coming on.
Hush up, Brian. Anyway, that is not microphone 2. That's actually microphone 3.
Oh, okay.
So I was picking you up off of. You were muted.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Okay.
So do I need to start the whole show
So
over?
you know what I learned? No. You know what No. I mean, we heard you. You just sounded really far away.
Okay.
And what I have learned in this job is just keep pressing buttons. Just keep pressing buttons, and something will happen. So
Yes, it will.
don't be afraid.
I'll tell you one thing. That TriCaster, the thing that's running all this system right here, don't start pressing buttons on it because you'll make the whole thing disappear and not know how to get it back up
Oh yeah,
there.
I won't touch
I've
that.
done that before.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. Wait a
Wayne,
minute.
no.
Hold on a sec. Now, Steve, go. Go ahead.
Well, Wayne, do the.
No, we've pushed the
Thrive
Chris
Outdoor.
Thurrow and the Thrive Outdoor
Okay.
Garden Tip of the Week
Sorry.
back a segment. So, yeah, that's going to be good, wouldn't it?
Well, out there in Texas, that thing's might still be growing season.
Yeah, I've done a lot of playing around with the technology here. So I found this out. So watch this. We've got this right here, and I figured out on my presentation software how to do this. So, and let's see, it's on my phone. So here we go. There we go.
Okay.
There's Steve.
Whoa.
I figured out how to turn my phone into a camera so that you can see. So back there on the TriCaster, I don't know if you can see her, as Riley wants to know, which we're launching our first episode. So if you want to see the studio, here's the studio.
Yeah.
FPTV studio down in the bunker. And there's the infinite image, so you're showing it. So we have a screen back there so we can see what's on the screen here.
They look like they're in the dark.
It is. Well, I've
We
got
are
that.
in the dark.
I've got that
Yeah.
darkened so that
Always
it
in the
doesn't
dark.
reflect off of this. So there's Steve,
Yeah. And
or as we like to call the brawny man today.
y'all just be patient with us if you're listening to the radio.
Steve's got a new job selling
Paper
towels.
Yeah. Let's clean that.
I'll
spill
give you.
right
I'll give you a
up.
little tease on the second guest. Here's a little tease on the second guest, right? So, the second guest. So check this out. That's the CBS broadcast of Alabama Auburn, the Iron Bowl.
He does not look
Bryce
happy.
Young from the 1 yard line, the triple overtime at Jordan Hare. This is up from the CBS broadcast. That's our second guest.
That looks like it's going my way from looking at his face.
He was not happy. So I'll explain that a little bit later. Lunch with Bryan and Steve. We're excited to have you guys. Episode 37. So can't believe it. We're almost, we're getting, guys, how many Christmas today's till Christmas?
42, I believe.
Oh my goodness. I remember when you said like 76.
Yeah.
It's now
Dang,
42.
they said that's too early to even think about. Whoa, well, look at this.
You got any Christmas presents yet?
They're ordered.
Okay. Well, good for you. That's on top of it.
I've decided to quit surprising Martha and just ask her what she wants. Because she'll open it up and go, thank you.
Is Martha the same way Claire is? You can look at it and go, yeah, this didn't work.
She'd be a terrible poker player. You see the look of disappointment. Remind me of my honeymoon. Same look.
I'm getting the best I can. So, anyway, episode 37. We got a busy week here at Fort Payne. Got the Fort Payne Mountain Brook game tomorrow night. We're doing a pep rally in the stadium tomorrow, and FPTV is actually hosting a game day experience. So you guys that are out and about want to drop by, we've got some visitor seating
What time is that
at
game
12:30 to 1:30 tomorrow. Is a pep rally, and we're going to host a game day. So we're going to take that desk and go put it on
like
the
you did
50-yard
last year. Didn't y'all do that last year?
Yeah, except this time it's going to be at the 50-yard line, and it's going to be piped into the stadium. So we'll be hosting like it would be a game day.
Cool.
So
That's really cool.
We got a lot of work to do after the show today. So I had Fields of Faith, FCA Fields of Faith, which is their annual kind of big event, countywide event. Had lots of folks. Isaiah Craig, who was on the show 2 weeks ago, spoke, did a fantastic job. Sydney, my daughter, and Isaac both spoke and sang and played. And the praise team, it was cold. It was very cold.
Yeah.
But it was a great night. And Isaiah was going from speaking here, got done about 8:30, 8:45, and was getting on the road to drive to D.C. after last night.
Wow.
So they were stopping
That's
in
10
Bristol.
hours.
I know they stopped in Bristol, Virginia, Tennessee, that
Yeah.
little town that splits the border.
Yeah.
And then they were going to go
Where
to
the
Bristol.
speedway is. Well, they were just we're going to spend the night there and then go? Or
spend the night there last night and then go this morning over to D.C. and visit with people and do some stuff. So anyway, Fields of Faith was last night. Yes.
Yeah. Did you? Did you go to Tuesday? Basketball team had a game.
Yes.
Actually, girls and boys in 2 different locations.
Yep.
Did you go to one of those?
I went to. We had to do some. We got to get the hype video stuff and the introduction video stuff ready for basketball season. So we went and did some video footage and saw my boy play and stuff like that. And boys lost to Hazel Green, but let me tell you something. Hazel Green's got a really good basketball
They
team.
always
Yeah,
do.
they do.
And so they only lost by 10, which I thought was good. They were tied at half and then lost by 10. Girls won. I think the girls team's going to be big. I'll talk about that later too, because next week I think we're going to get the basketball coaches on to start talking about basketball season. So anyway, hey, let's go ahead and go to commercial break. We're going to come back. I'm going to try to get the Zoom working. You're listening or watching Lunch with Bryan and Steve. We'll be right back.
Stacey Marks will be on next week.
Stop treating your home like a storage bin. Make room for living with Wilson Storage. No matter the need or budget, Wilson Storage has the solution for you. They have gated standard units and climate control units. They have security cameras, alarms on every door, and 24-hour access. You can even rent or pay your bill online. Just go to wilsonstorage.com or call 256-845-1530. Wilson Storage is family owned and been serving our community since 1988. Wilson Storage in Fort Payne.
This is Tyler Griggs, Alpha Insurance. You're listening to Bryan and Steve, WCOB.
No matter the season, there's always a great sale at Fort Payne Footworks and Outdoors with all the brand names you love. Patagonia, Uggs, North Face, Bourne, Columbia, and much, much more. The best quality shoes in town can only be found at Fort Payne Footworks and Outdoors. And don't forget about Little River hats and tees. Drop by Monday through Friday from 9 to 5, Saturdays from 9 to 3, or Sunday from 12 to 5. Located in downtown Fort Payne. Shop local at Fort Payne Footworks and Outdoors.
All right, we're back. Lunch with Bryan and Steve, episode 37 in studio. We have got another segment sponsor, and our segment sponsor for the second segment is Vintage 1889. Vintage 1889 serves everything from gourmet burgers to filet mignon, and they get their meat from the market at TRM. Their bar has a wide selection of beers, wines, and liquors. They offer catering services as well as venue rentals. Open for lunch Monday through Wednesday and Thursday through Saturday. They're open till 10 p.m. Live music beginning at 6. Thursday night is Scott Grant. Friday night is John Player. Saturday night is Connection. And in the ballroom is Still Kickin'. What is Still Kickin'? Is that a band?
Isn't that Ronnie Osborne?
Ronnie Osborne.
Oh, is
They're
it?
good. They're real good.
Okay. All right. All right. Well, let me see if this works. Hang on just a second. I'm going to see if I can get Wayne up on here. We have got live. Let's see. Let me do this. Sorry, Wayne. We're real professional right here. Just hang on.
No, you're good. Let me in on my computer
we can hear
and I'll
him.
close out my
All
phone.
right. So here we go. Look at that.
All right, blow him up.
There we go, man.
There he is. My good friend.
I'm trying to log in on my computer. Can you get me in on my computer?
This is good. We only got you for about. We're good.
Okay.
Right?
All right.
Is that what that is? Yeah. Let me do that. Let's see if it does work.
Yeah.
Let's see, it switches it to you. Well, I can't. Yeah,
It's
just
switching.
stay. Here we go.
There we go.
Now I got to get this up. Hang on. There it is.
Hey.
Look at there.
Look at you.
All right. So let me do it. I had to, brother, I had to go and research you. I know you real well, but I didn't know all your stuff. So this is Wayne Dickens. He's zooming in live. Can you? I don't know if you can see Steve because I can't see you right there. This is my co-host Steve. Steve, Wayne.
How you doing, Wayne? I like your cap.
You're looking than Bryan, Steve. Bryan's got a face for radio.
That's exactly right. So Wayne Dickens played at Auburn from 01. He's from Lakeland, Florida. Played at Auburn from 01 to 05. Were you drafted by the Titans?
No, I was stopped free of the contract in 05, 06, something like that. It's a long time ago.
Did you play any that season, or were you on the practice squad? Or
Practice squad. I was there about 3 or 4 months, and then they figured out how bad I was, and they sent me home.
So I met Wayne. Wayne was the assistant campus director at FCA in Auburn under Chet Williams from 06 to 17. That's where we met at First Baptist Church Opelika. He was then moved to Western Kentucky, was a chaplain from 17 to 22, and then in 1922. That's a long time ago, Wayne.
That's my age.
In 2022, he moved over to Dallas, Texas, and is now the chaplain for Southern Methodist University. He's with Athletes United now. There we go.
Yeah.
So he is now our first, Wayne, you are our first Zoom guest. I didn't know if I could figure this out. I thought I was going to have you on the phone.
Well, listen, man, I don't have a face for radio, so y'all need to get me on Zoom, man.
So Wayne and I met, let's see, when I was leading worship with Claire at First Baptist Opelika, and Wayne, I remember Wayne walking in. I was like, man, that dude is huge. Walking into that contemporary service, and then his wife, Stacy, who's from Huntsville. Did she go to Grissom?
Yeah, went to Grissom, graduated from Grissom.
Okay, and then we met, and she sang on the praise team. And so we got to know Wayne and Stacy there, and then just became good friends. And really, Wayne's probably one of my closest friends in the world. We in youth ministry, I have a conversation, and my youth are going to know this. You have 3 boxes. I don't know if I've ever shared this in church. You got 3 boxes. You got the box of stuff that everybody knows. You got the box of stuff that not very many people know and you don't want them to know. And then you got the box of stuff that nobody knows and you don't want them to know about. Well, Wayne and I know each other's 3rd box. And
I know where all the bodies are buried.
Do what?
I know where all the bodies are buried. That's right. You know mine too.
Oh, you did go to Auburn, didn't you?
You did destruction.
That's right. So tell us, first off, are y'all coming to Auburn, Rhett Lashley?
We are not. Well, let me say this.
You got to give us some updates.
I can't speak for anybody. I've been praying. We're really happy here at SMU. I think this is probably one of, in today's college football, I think living in Dallas, Texas, with the support we have here at SMU, I think we probably have one of the 10 best jobs in the country. A couple weeks ago, our head coach extended his contract, so that usually means that we're going to be here for a long time, but at the same time, everybody's got to do what's best for their family. And love Rhett and his family. They've been very kind to us in our program, and just want what's best for them. And if something else comes along, we're going to shake his hand and hug his neck and wish him well. But I think we're going to be ponies for a long time. We got another chance to sneak into the playoff again this year, and by winning the ACC championship, and we got a really good team and a great support system. Like, man, I just could go on and on about how much they take care of us out here in Dallas.
Yeah, last year, Wayne and I had scheduled. I'm not even sure I told y'all. So Steve is on our broadcast team. Holly produces our broadcast team for our streaming, and we had worked out, Wayne and I, after the morning after the Homewood game. Well, no, it was going to be the weekend of the Oxford game. SMU was traveling to Virginia. Yep. And he said, hey, come on up. We'll get you a plane flight up to Charlottesville, and we'll go to a game. And I was like, man, that's great. And then I thought, wait a minute. If we beat Homewood, we got a game Friday night. And so I said, so I'm in the broadcast. We're playing Homewood. It's tight. Homewood starts getting. I said, Wayne, I think I'm gonna make it. Nope, hang on, I'm not gonna make it. And then at the very end, I was like, all right, brother. Well, I can't go to the game with you because we got a game next week. Which I was thrilled. Listen, all you Fort Payne people, I was happy to be there.
Yes,
I was happy to be there, but it was going to be a fun trip one way.
I could have gone.
Yeah, you could have. They wouldn't let you in the press box.
They wouldn't let me in the press box.
It was the ACC championship game. That's what it was.
Was it?
Yeah, it was against Clemson. Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, because that was in Charlottesville. Yep.
All right, so y'all are leading the SMU, or y'all? How do they divide up ACC?
So ACC is not divided up anymore. It's one big pot, just like everybody else. And as crazy as it is, we are tied with Duke, Virginia, Georgia Tech, somebody else for first place. There's a 4 or 5 way tie. We've got to win out and finish 7-1 to have a shot to play in the ACC championship game. But that's Pitt. I think is one of the other teams. it's the ACC wheel of destiny. I mean,
Yeah.
you don't know what team's going to show up every week. We've got a good one. We were banged up early in the year, and that really kind of speaks for us starting the season 2-2. But we've gone the last 6 weeks. We've gone 5-1. I think we should take care of business the next couple of weeks, man, and have a chance at the end to play for it all.
Okay. Well, that'll be cool. Maybe I can do that one.
Yeah.
Where is it this year?
You gotta come.
Okay. Where is it this year?
It's gonna be in Charlottesville again.
Okay.
Yep.
I'm in. Steve always asks a trivia question for our guests.
You ready for a trivia question?
Yes. Give me the trivia.
I made it an SMU trivia question.
I got 4 years here, so I got a little bit.
This is a little before your time.
Okay.
This is my time. Who were the Pony Express?
Oh man, that's too easy.
Well, I wanted you to get it.
Yeah. So I'll give you a little bit of extra. So Eric Dickerson, number 2 overall draft pick in the 1983 draft, finished with over 12,000 yards in the NFL. Finished here with over 4,500 yards.
Good night.
He's number 1 all time SMU. Craig James is number 4 all time. Finished with a little bit over 37 yards. And what's crazy about living here in Dallas is both of those guys are dear friends. They come and speak to the team every year for me. And I know all of their stats because, I'm introducing these guys and getting to know them. And, man, they came to the Miami game. And
That's a good one.
Yeah, the 4 years they've been here, every week they've spoken to the team. They're undefeated. So they're 4-0 with us. And so
what was the quarterback's name?
Lance McElhaney.
He could run the option like nobody's business.
Nobody's business. Like nobody's business. Those guys feel all around. What's unique about SMU, because I've spent time at Auburn, I spent time at Western Kentucky. What's unique about SMU is a lot of our major donors are former players. So when the death penalty happened, what happened was we filled our roster with a lot of really smart business kids that were terrible football players, but they kind of grown to be titans of industry. So it's a very unique dynamic where the guy that can give you $5 million was the left guard, and he gets it. And so it's a really cool experience here to be able to talk football with those guys because they actually played.
Yeah. So you were around Auburn when Lashley was here, and you've seen Malzahn, you've seen Tuberville, you've seen Chiswick, and you kind of watched from a distance these other guys. What makes Rhett Lashley different as a head coach and being successful as he is?
So the number one factor in college football right now, if you're going to be a head coach, is you got to be a great leader.
Yeah.
You got to have high integrity. Your words have to match what you do. And so that's number one with Rhett. He's just high integrity. He's brilliant when it comes to X's and O's. And he does a really good job of bringing in like-minded men. Mm-hmm. And so we've got an incredible staff. He's big on family. So the thing that's great about our schedule is we practice in the morning. Like we just got to practice field a little while ago. This is our off week. Most of us will be done by 1 or 2, and you can go home and be with your family. And it doesn't take 7 a.m. to midnight every night to be able to get your job done. If you need to take your kids to school, like yesterday, I took Duke to the dentist and he acted like an idiot. But I did that from 9 to 10, and I missed practice. And now my role, I can miss practice. The coaches can't. But he allows you. He trusts you enough to do your job, and as long as you're showing up when you need to show up, he's great. And so he's easy to work for, and that's been my continuity with our staff. I tell the recruits' parents all the time, find out how long that staff has been together, and that'll tell you about the culture on the inside. If you always got guys leaving and taking jobs somewhere else,
Yeah.
that means they ultimately can't stand working with each other. But our team, for the most part, I think we got 5 or 6 new pieces in the last 4 years. I don't think any of them are position coaches. We've kept this group since we've been here, since we started this thing in summer of 22.
Talk about your relationship with Chet, and I mean, you and I spoke pretty soon after the news broke, and you were one of the first people to get contacted about it. Talk about Chet Williams and his influence on you at Auburn.
Man, there's no ability to put it into words. Chet Williams introduced me in a real way to authentic faith in Jesus Christ. He was the first man that professed Jesus, but also lived it out in every aspect of his life. And he was a throwback, especially today, because he was a guy who lived with a lot of margin. And so if he looked, he had this ability to just kind of look through you. And if he looked into your heart and saw you struggling, man, he'd just grab you, and you might be there with him for half an hour or an hour. He wasn't rushing off to the next thing, which is the thing I still need to be working on. He made you feel like you were the only person in the room. His memory was both horrible and incredible at the same time. Like, me and Chet traveled all over. I worked for him for 10 years. We traveled all over the state preaching, and he would see a single mom that at a dinner that he met after a game, and he'd remember her kids' names, right? And he asked, "Hey, how's Johnny and Tommy doing?" Right? But then we'd be riding in the car, and he'd forget my name. And so he was just special dude. Crazy enough, I had a dream about him 2 nights ago, and man, he introduced me to chaplaincy. He taught me how to be great at serving people, and man, he's done more for my family tree than I could ever imagine. Man, the Lord brought his son home last year. It's been, man, it'll be a year, 2 or 3 weeks, and man, it's can't put in words what he's done for me.
I know you got to get going here in a second. You're coming here, North Alabama, pretty soon. I saw some.
Yeah. So I'm there next week. I'm preaching at 2 of the Iron Bowl breakfasts. So
where are those?
North Alabama, FCA. I'll send you. I think I'm in Coleman, or man, I don't know.
I think it is Coleman. I think that's where I saw it.
Coleman, and I'm somewhere else next week. But I'm doing some executive personal development with Brassfield and Gorey, and so I'll be with them on Tuesday, and then I'll be in Alabama speaking at a North Alabama FCA. So if you go to North Alabama FCA, their website, you can find out where I'm going to be. I'm going to be there Wednesday morning and Thursday morning. I'm flying back. So we can get.
Yeah, Wayne is one of the guys that I've met a lot of guys in ministry and been with a lot of dudes, and me and Wayne have been through the fire, and that's one of my best friends. If you get a chance to listen to him, if you get a chance to go see him, donate to their ministry, whatever it is, you need to get involved with Wayne and Stacey Dickens, because they're high quality.
It's united, man. We live off the generosity of others. So the Lord, this holiday season.
And I like that calendar behind you. That's nice too.
Yeah, I noticed that.
Hey, Methodist.
The
Methodists. I know about the Methodists. You can use that kind of language at the Methodist church.
Let me get out of here. Love y'all, man.
All right, love you too, Wayne. Take care.
Thank you.
Wayne Dickens with Athletes United, formerly of FCA, and one of my best friends. So that was cool.
Oh, yeah.
It worked.
It did.
I cannot believe.
Now you're going to be cocky now.
I know it. I'm going to start zooming in everybody. So we're going to take a commercial break. We'll be right back with more Lunch with Bryan and Steve right after this.
Let's face it, nobody likes to close their pool. But if it must be done, and it must, get it done by the professionals at Rawson Pools, LLC. With more than 40 years of experience on their team, Rawson Pools can not only make the area safe for the winter, they can also protect your pool, plumbing system, and filtration equipment. So call Rawson Pools at 256-638-5804 to make sure your pool is protected this winter so you can enjoy it again next summer. Rawson Pools, LLC, the pool professionals.
This is Blake Griggs, the best Griggs quarterback ever. You're listening to Bryan and Steve on ZOV.
Get your Christmas shopping done early this year at Tracy's. More than a flower shop, Tracy's carries cute and thoughtful gift ideas for the whole family. Come in Monday through Friday from 8:30 to 5, Saturdays 9 to noon, or check out Tracy's new website at Tracy's LLC and call to make your order. Delivery is available. Follow their Facebook page to stay current as new items will be arriving throughout the season. Tracy's Florist is located on Galt Avenue in North Fort Payne. Tracy's, your local flower shop for every occasion.
All right, we're back. Lunch with Bryan and Steve. Bryan Northcutt, Steve Chambers in studio. We just had our first successful Zoom call, and now we got Thrive Outdoor Garden Tip of the Week, and should be Chris.
Hello?
Here we go.
Can we Zoom with Chris now?
We could Zoom with you now, Chris. Did you see that? You didn't watch the first segment, did you?
Yeah, I saw somebody was on Zoom.
Yep, that was Wayne Dickens, which I need to figure out how to do graphics too. So I got to be able to put graphics underneath
one
the Zoom.
step at a time.
Hey, we want to thank Thrive Outdoor for being a sponsor of Lunch with Bryan and Steve, Lee Buffington, and everybody over at Thrive. So appreciative. You know, Lee is very humble when it comes to like advertising. He gives the money, but he is not like he's not a demanding client. Have you noticed that, Holly? He's very agreeable and just wants his name out there, but he's not.
Yeah, he don't talk to me.
Persnickety. So anyway, Lunch with Bryan and Steve with Thrive Outdoor Garden Tip of the Week. Chris Dura, how does it feel? Does it feel weird being in the third segment instead of the second?
It does feel a little weird. You know, you're kind of intruding on my lunchtime now.
So this is going to be quick, isn't it?
Well, yeah, that was a good segment with Wayne.
Yeah, it's very sweet.
I like that.
So
Hopefully we can keep. Hopefully the rest of the show can go that way, right?
That's right. We just got to make sure. I can't believe it worked. To be honest with you, I just was waiting on the disaster to hit.
Okay, so we need to hook Chris up with the whole Zoom thing.
Yeah, we'll do Chris on a Zoom next time. That'd be fun.
So
From your office.
He may not want us to know what it looks like over there.
Yeah, that's true.
Van back down by the river.
Maybe he's got a calendar in the background too.
So are we ready for the Spartans tomorrow night, Chris? First question. That's more important than the garden tip.
Yeah, the part of the garden tip. Well, let me get to the very quick garden tip because there's really nothing going on except the leaves falling now. I did look up something. What could you be doing for this little quick tip? It's a great time to plant garlic, guys. If you want good garlic, plant it now.
Really?
Yeah.
Garlic. I didn't know that.
Garlic. If you grow your own garlic.
Martha doesn't allow.
Oh, really?
She didn't like that garlic.
Okay.
So other than that, talking about the Spartans, the Mountain Brook Spartans coming to town to take on the Fort Payne Wildcats. I did my little Miss Holly put some music behind it. I did my 300, my Leonidas in the 300 prediction.
I let him listen to it.
Yeah, she let us listen to that. That's pretty funny.
Have you read the pregame script?
Yes, I have.
We're on the same page. We're on the same page, aren't we?
Exactly. Yes, sir.
Well, if you'll just pause for that last sentence, I'll stand by you and we'll go. I am Spartacus.
Yeah, I saw that. I can't say it as good as you probably can, Steve.
Well, we're actually saying that Coach Elmore is going to be saying it. So.
Oh, gotcha.
If you can imagine.
I can't imagine Coach Elmore saying that.
Yeah. Besides Fort Payne, we have 5 other Northeast Alabama teams we keep track of and still in the playoffs, and I believe they're all at home, Brian.
Everybody but Fife.
Fife's on the road?
Fife's on
the road, okay.
Okay.
They're at Piedmont? Is that
Yes.
correct?
They must be.
Is
That's who they
Yes.
play.
Is
Yeah.
Piedmont as good as they've been?
Yes.
Yes.
They're good.
Very.
So it's going to be a tough challenge for Fife then.
Yeah, but everybody else, Geraldine, Plainview, Pisgah, and Scottsboro and us are all at home.
Well,
I think we're all region
Of the
champs,
teams we
right?
kind of follow up in this area.
yeah. Well, if region champs or if the top seeds win, now you still would have one travel. So, yeah, Mountain Brook's a top seed, aren't they?
No, I don't.
They're 2 seed, I think.
Well, they're a top 2 seed. I mean,
Yeah,
meaning they
yeah,
stayed at home
that's right,
first round.
that's right.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
So then that means we were on top. The way they do it is weird.
Yeah,
and
it
it's
is.
So if you're top 2, if you're number 2, then you play
No.
at home the first.
it is.
No.
It is. Yeah. You
Play
yeah.
at
The
home
top
the
2
first
play.
round.
Yeah.
But then the second round, if you make it through, you have to travel.
Yeah. The rule is the first round is already set. The top 2 seeds host. The bottom 2 seeds travel. Then the second round and thereafter is the team that traveled the least will host. Well, when we both hosted last week, so the second rule is just the bracket.
Top of the bracket.
If you're on the top of the bracket, then you host. And it's I don't know if it's random. I don't know if they swap it. I'm not sure.
So if we win, we'll be traveling.
Okay, Brian, what's the rule for next week? Let's say Fort Payne and Muscle Shoals win.
It would
What's
be the
that
same.
rule?
It would be the same rule. It's the team that travels the least would host, but both of those teams will one way or another. We would travel either way, but the only thing that stops that is if you play a team in your own region, then the region champ would host. It no matter what. So if you get that far down,
Were you surprised Gaston City beat Jasper?
Chris, did you hear that?
Do what? I didn't hear that. No, I'm sorry.
Were you surprised Gaston City beat Jasper?
I wasn't surprised at it. I mean, Gadsden City has their moments. If they can get to their playmakers, which they must have done against Jasper,
Yeah.
they can take care of business.
Did you see how they're going to be rewarded for that?
Oh yeah, they got Clay Chauvel.
Well,
That's one of those.
That's a whole lot of not fun right there.
What do you? I mean, what do you do? I know you got
What
it.
do you do?
Fake? Yeah, go for. I mean, seriously.
I'd run the ball and run the ball and run the ball.
I would go.
Try to keep it.
If I don't know if I could do that. Coach Elmore, I'd go mountain music, go for it on every 4th down, and just try to get 10 yards in 4 downs all the way down the field. Yeah. Keep them off the field. Bleed every bit of 40 seconds.
Onside kick.
Onside kick.
Pooch kick.
Do you remember that guy where was he from? Arkansas, or that high school coach? He ended up being at Presbyterian College in South Carolina.
North Jackson did it too. They never.
He went for it on 4th down every time. He went on onside kicks every time. Yeah. Went for 2 every time. He just said, and he was a math teacher, so he said statistically, the probabilities are better if you do it this way.
Yeah, I think with them, you said it right. I think if you can just your friend's going to be the clock. If you can keep them off of it, and you just take your time calling plays, 3 yards in a cloud of smoke or whatever, 4th downs, but just use that. I mean, get the ball one time for a whole quarter.
Yeah, try that. That'd be your best bet. That's a tough. I don't know how that. Who? I don't even know. Have you looked at brackets? Who they would have next? Clay Chalkville.
Clay Chalkville. Oh my goodness! It's going to be the Homewood game. Who's Homewood playing? I went blank.
All right.
Steve's got it. Hang on.
preparation.
The first Zoom interview went so well. This is just tanking.
Of course.
Gadsden City Chalkville winner plays Homewood Hartselle winner.
Okay.
That was the question, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
Yes.
Yeah. And Fort Payne play Parker Muscle Shoals winner.
Ooh, that's
Yeah, that's it. Parker, Muscle Shoal. That's some big time teams.
That's a lot of football right there.
We're going to petition to play the Green Bay Packers because their offense is. I'm a Packer fan. So frustrated.
I know after last week, Brian, we were talking in the press box, and Brian, you were talking about how this is, this could be a monumental, a statement win if Fort Payne can get past Mountain Brook. It's going to be a tough game, but after I went home and looked at their schedule, their results, all that I knew, I think it's going to be a fairly even match game.
Yeah, the only hiccup, the only two real losses were Parker and Clay Chalkville, because the Pell City, and Coach Elmore talked about it on Cat Chat, which will be, I guess maybe we talked off air. I think I can say this. Yeah, that the Pell City, they had a lot of guys out, and so they were injury plagued at
Like
the time.
we are.
Yeah, at the time they played Pell City, and they've got a lot of those guys back. So, but to your point, yes, Chris, looking at play by play and who played who, it does look more evenly matched. So I don't think there's no chance, and I don't even think you'd call it slim chance. I think there's a chance Fort Payne could win, and I think they're going to have to play really well, and Mountain Brook makes some mistakes. If Fort Payne plays its best and Mountain Brook plays its best, I think Mountain Brook's a touchdown or two favorite.
How's Carter Blaylock?
He's good. He's going to be able to play. He was out at practice, but he's just precautionary. They're just trying to keep him.
Do they have him all in bubble wrap this week?
Something like that, basically.
He was Iron Man in the game just about the whole time.
You should have seen. I'm going to tell you what. If I'm a Fort Payne Wildcat, I would go and take all of my money and invest it in boots for therapy, like for physical therapy. Because we got boots all over the practice. I'm talking about like the big hard boots that you wear when you're injured.
Yeah.
We got 6 or 7 of them sitting out there. 6, 7.
There you go, 6, 7.
And they're all, Steve's like, what in the world are you talking about?
It means nothing. It means nothing.
But you should see, you just go to practice and see all the boots walking around. It's crazy.
Is Patrick Buffington back?
He's not, and I don't think he is. He's not going to be back.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
All right.
It's going to be fun.
Yes, it will.
Do they pass?
That's why you tee it up, isn't it, brother?
That's right. Hey, if Fort Payne just shouldn't even show up, then why are we playing the game? Just send in the forfeit and.
That's right.
We're going to beat them.
Well, we always got the special team edge, which is good.
That's true.
Good to have.
It really is. Yeah,
Our kicking game.
That's
1/3 of the game.
It is. So anyway, well, Chris, it's not going to be terribly cold tomorrow night, is it? It's going to be pretty.
No, it won't be.
60s?
Yeah, it'll be all right.
It may be warmer than last
Weather should be perfect.
Yeah, the game last week, about third quarter,
Oof.
I should have worn a jacket.
Yeah, I should have brought my heating pad. It was chilly.
I told everybody, Brian, in my DC tailgate segment, you got all these home teams. You want to see some good football. Don't be sitting at home on Friday. Go see some of these other teams play that you don't get to see play.
Yeah. That's what I got to watch some games Friday night on NFHS. My old team, Opelika, played Hewitt Trustful. It was a really good game. And our next door neighbor lived right across the street from us, was the JV quarterback to start the year, and through a set of circumstances ended up being – he's a starting quarterback at Opelika now.
Oh.
Lived right across the street from us. I'd watch his dad come home and throw little wiffle balls at him in the front yard every single day.
Paid off.
And so he's the starting quarterback at Opelika, and it was so weird to watch him. And he did well. I mean, they got some hosses down there. Good night.
Yeah.
Big old
Everybody
offensive.
has horses when you get out there with eye test.
So, all right, Chris, we'll appreciate it.
Garlic. Plant garlic.
Plant garlic. There's
Plant your garlic.
and there's your garden tip of the week. Thanks, Chris. We'll talk to you tomorrow night.
Yes, sir. See you then.
See ya.
All right, that's Chris Durr with Thrive Outdoor. Thank them for sponsoring Lunch with Bryan and Steve. We'll be right back. We're going to do a little bit of Bryan and Steve in this next segment before the top of the hour. You're listening or watching Lunch with Bryan and Steve. We'll be right back.
DeKalb Fix-It Appliance Warehouse is a mouthful, so Terry and Bobby have decided to drop the fix-it and focus on giving you the best prices on new appliances. Whirlpool, KitchenAid, Maytag, Amana, LG, Samsung, GE, and more. Up to 75% off retail priced on new scratched and dent appliances. And as your Electrolux and Frigidaire dealer, DeKalb Appliance Warehouse is passing on more savings to you with even more new in-box selections. Need a refrigerator? Come in today and shop our overstocked warehouse. You will not get a better deal anywhere. We guarantee to match or beat any price. In-house service available to all as well. DeKalb Appliance Warehouse is open weekdays 9 to 5. Wednesdays and Saturdays, 9 to noon. Located on Airport Road in Fort Payne.
This is Judge Andrew Hairston, and you're listening to Lunch with Bryan and Steve on WZOB.
Your home is by far your biggest expense and most important purchase. So when you're buying or selling your home, you'll want the experience, professionalism, and integrity for which Southern Properties Agency in Fort Payne is known. Call 256-845-6000 to achieve your best possible results. Southern Properties Agency. Thorough, trustworthy, experienced real estate professionals since 1992.
Sounds like a soap opera intro.
The Old and the Restless. That's me.
All right, welcome back, Lunch with Bryan and Steve, episode 37. You know what I did not do? I didn't even set up the whole show. I didn't even talk about WZOB, 1250 AM, 100.9 FM, the Z, Zelda Buttram.
You were just so excited about it.
I was so excited about the Zoom
call.
Zoom.
Yeah, no, it just took precedence.
And it worked.
It's great. It's all right. You can close us out real good.
I'll do that later. Okay. Anyway, segment sponsor for this segment. By the way, there on the screen, you'll see follow us on our FPTV. Pop that back up, sis. There's our FPTV Instagram page. You guys go like and follow us there. Trying to get more social media content out there with the students. Got a lot of students doing a lot of good work here at FPTV. So go check that out. FPTV_Wildcat Productions. That's our Instagram page.
All right.
Segment sponsor of Lunch with Bryan and Steve for this segment is DeKalb MD. DeKalb MD Healthcare Simplified. DeKalb MD is direct primary care with a network of clinics located in Alabama, Georgia, and Tennessee that operates on a monthly membership and not insurance. They provide quality, individualized care with concierge benefits for $85 a month. With an $85 a month membership, you receive same or next day scheduling with no wait time, longer visits with your provider, even after hours access, and basic labs at no additional cost. A direct phone number to call or text your provider at any time, and over 1,000 free medications mailed to you directly. DeKalb MD works with you instead of your insurance. DeKalb MD, primary care with you in mind. Visit DeKalbMD.com today to schedule an appointment. So, DeKalb MD sponsors of Lunch with Bryan and Steve. Thank you, Dr. Chad, Ashley, and all those at DeKalb MD for sponsoring Lunch with Bryan and Steve. Yes.
You know, I was just thinking, go with subscribing and not having insurance would be so nice, I think.
It's a very popular model these days.
Well, we're having issues right now with our dental. We have two. We have two coverages, okay? And both of them right now are saying, oh, we're not primary. Both of them.
That's fine.
One through the government and one that's not. They're, it's through where Jamie works. And both of them are saying, oh, no, not us. We're not, we're not responsible. It's just,
Yeah, we should talk about Tyler with Tyler here last week. We should have asked him about that.
Yeah. Do you sell dental insurance?
Yeah, we bought a home warranty package for the new house we just got, and Claire keeps going and asked. She listed everything that we knew about the house. Will it cover this? Will it cover this? Will it cover this? Yep. Now she's starting to go through the claims process. Nope.
Oh, bait and switch.
Let me tell you something.
Oh,
when you want to get my wife mad, you start talking about that.
Yeah.
And she will get hot quick.
Jamie got pretty heated with the customer service person. I almost felt sorry for her, because it's not her fault. But Jamie didn't care.
It don't
it's your
matter.
company. Yeah.
It ain't her fault. Well, it's her company's fault for putting her on the phone to deal with Jamie.
Yeah.
That's still their fault. So, anyway.
Medicare doesn't have dental. You have to have a supplement. Just let you know years and years ahead of time.
It wasn't. Oh, okay. All right.
All right, Mr. Bronny. So we have decided that because we like to do what we want to talk about, we're going to talk about sports again. So did we get everything? We got everything covered with the playoffs.
Oh, we barely touched it. We'll do the brackets. We'll do the brackets.
But you had a comment earlier during the break that I thought was very interesting. Why don't you tell everybody about that?
Which comment was that?
About basketball, college basketball.
Oh, yeah. For we Alabama fans, we went to Madison Square Garden and beat number 5 St. John's.
Yep, that's true.
So to be rewarded now, we get to play number 1 Purdue tonight.
Oh boy.
No,
In the same at Madison Square Garden?
no, it's in Tuscaloosa.
Okay. Well, at least there's
we
that.
played in West
Yeah, that's right.
Lafayette.
That's right.
West Lafayette last year. That's where Purdue plays, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
They're a handful. But in the coaches poll, Purdue's number 1, and the AP poll are number 2, which brings me to my second point. Number 22 Auburn plays Houston Sunday in Birmingham. And Houston is the other team that they're number 2 in the coaches poll and number 1 in the AP poll.
Okay. So Auburn plays the 1 and 2 either way you
look at it, whichever poll you look at.
And you can hear it right here on WZOB.
That's true. That's right.
I'll be in church. But
I don't think that they're going to be playing before church.
Oh, okay.
Well, it's Sunday, and Steve's always in church on
That's
Sunday.
right.
Okay.
I need it
At like
more.
2 o'clock in the afternoon.
I need
Are
it
you
more
a
than I
Pentecostal?
need it more than most people.
You know, they go all day.
No, I'm more hostile than Pentecostal, but still. Sorry. That's why I get the big bucks.
But you know what? You have created more viewers. You have cost FPTV a lot of money. You know that?
I'm sure I have. I
You
don't know.
have. Why? Because we had to go back and purchase more minutes through our streaming program because it's getting used up. It didn't get used up at all last year. There's a way they calculate how much usage the app gets and how many people are viewing things.
Okay.
And the best, David and I were sitting there looking at it going, how in the world did last year, the whole school year, just the number's 3 million video minutes is the way they calculate it. So it's based on somebody goes on the app and watches the game and how long they watch it, and then it calculates that like a cell phone bill.
They
Right,
can
right.
tell how long they watch the game.
Yeah.
I was curious about that.
And so, the only solution we come up with, because they didn't run out at all last year from July till May, and then the subscription renews.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we ran out in October.
Wow. You're doing a lot more.
And the only thing that we can come up with is people are actually watching the game longer for the
Steve.
for the entertainment value of it.
Because Steve is funny.
It's for the statisticians. It's for those numbers. I guarantee you that's it.
It's Mark Post Malone.
Mark.
So, what was that guy DeMarcus Malone they had last year?
Yeah, and we call
we
him
need to
Mark
start calling
Malone.
him DeMarcus Malone.
Yeah.
That would be funny. I have no idea how Stephen Pearl's doing. Have you watched any Auburn?
They're a 3-0, but
I've not watched 1 minute of Auburn basketball.
they went
yet.
into overtime with somebody that was surprised you they had to go into overtime with.
Yeah, wasn't that a preseason? It was like Bethune-Cookman or something like that?
I think that was for real though. I think they're 3-0.
Okay.
I may be wrong.
You're right. It was their first game that they went into overtime, and it was somebody like Marist College or something.
I don't know. It wasn't. It wasn't Kentucky.
No, it was not.
But then they beat Houston. There, you got to stay there for, of course, November basketball.
Yeah, it's
But you want to do well, but it's a long season to go.
yeah. The preseason stuff right now usually is only for, like, they beat Houston in the preseason last year out in Houston at the Toyota Center, and that really propelled Auburn into a 1 seed. It helped propel because when they started looking at, even though they had the loss to, well, actually 2 losses to Florida by the time March Madness hit, even though they kind of seemed to be fading, they had such a good resume in the preseason. So right now,
It
winning
still
games,
counts.
winning games now is more about preparing you for seeding into the tournament than it is anything else.
Then after Alabama plays Purdue, they get to go to Chicago and play Illinois. So
Ooh, wow.
I don't know what the record's going to be and going to SEC, but they'll be.
Well, you got to win on St. John's. That Patino still there?
He is.
If you got to win on that on your resume, that helps. Like, it's going to make a difference
Yeah.
when it comes March. So I have no idea. Who else in the SEC? Is Kentucky going to be good this year?
They are good, and even though Louisville beat them
Yeah.
2 nights ago, and Florida, of course, will be good. They beat Florida State at the buzzer, I think.
Yeah.
Other than that,
I watched the full Auburn game Saturday, which was quite entertaining considering.
Vanderbilt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were competitive.
So You know, Auburn's defense been rock solid all year.
Yeah, I know, and it kind of faltered there.
Were they just stunned that the offense was moving the ball? Say, hey, well, we don't have to stop every play. I don't know. Football's crazy.
Yeah, I heard people guessing that it was because Durkin had to do so much more during the week that he wasn't able to prep the defense as much.
There may be something to that.
But
who's
I'm
his
tell you
defensive coordinator now?
I guess he's still it. I don't know.
But
that's a good question.
Got to delegate.
But Derek Nix, who by the way is from Etowah, played at Southern Miss, and which was always confusing to me that Derek Nix is a year older than Patrick Nix, no relation whatsoever, obviously.
Yeah, well.
But they were at the same school at the same time, and you just go, wow, so they are not brothers. No, not even close.
Yeah.
But he did a great job calling that game.
He threw to his receivers.
He did. He gave the ball to the playmakers, which is a strange concept that evidently.
I hope they get away from that the last game.
Evidently, I tell you what it did. It made John Cohen look like a genius for saying, all right, Freeze is the problem.
You think they'll keep Durkin as the head
I don't
coach?
know. I have heard the rumblings I've heard. I've heard Rhett Lashley's name, which is where Wayne's at.
He kind of shot that down, didn't he?
Well, no, he just said, I think what he was saying is, my family, the Dickens family, is staying in Dallas no matter what. And he had, by the way, had an opportunity to go to Auburn.
Was Rhett Lashley ever at Troy?
No, Chip Lindsey was.
Okay, and that Coach Barnes is a roommate.
Yes,
he was in
that's right. That's right. Lashley played high school ball for Malzahn at Springdale High School in Fayetteville. And then he was a GA or student coach at Arkansas with him, and then came down here and became his offensive coordinator. And then went to Connecticut, and I guess from Connecticut went to SMU, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Anyway, Wayne had a chance to be, he was, I don't know if I'm supposed to say this or not, but I guess I am. He was offered the job after Chet passed away at Auburn, but just loved Dallas and wanted to stay there. And
well, Dallas and Auburn, they
a lot more money in Dallas.
He said it'd be a lot more peaceful in Auburn.
He said fundraising in Dallas is fish in a barrel. It's
you need $10 million, boy. Okay.
That's right.
Hey, real quick, Cindy's got a question. She said, ask him about the LSU buyout.
Yeah, $54 million. Big Chip. I'm not Chip Kelly. Brian Kelly.
Brian Kelly. Why is he having to go to court over it?
Now, I don't know about that.
But I'd leave for half that.
What was it that Orgeron said?
Show me which door to go out.
Right. You want me to leave and you're going to pay me $10 million to walk out the door? Which door you want me to leave?
Which door you want me to go out? Go Tigers. Leaving Tigers.
Yeah. I don't know. What are they saying they're not going to pay him?
I don't know.
It's $54 million.
Wow.
Maybe he wants it. I want it. I want my money. I want it now.
Wow.
I think the number was like half of it within 45 days or something like that.
Bless his heart.
Isn't that something?
He can live off that.
Just.
Did you happen to see the Alabama LSU game?
I watched a decent amount of it, not all of it.
Did you see Dave Roberts, manager for the Los Angeles
Dodgers?
Dodgers?
I saw that.
He looked good. Cool. He looked good in that Alabama stuff.
That was pretty cool.
I'm not really a Dodgers fan.
We were watching. I was like, what in the world is he doing? And then they explained it afterwards.
He and Coach DeBoer are friends. And the government started up.
Hey, we're back in business.
Okay, so the shutdown is over then?
It is.
Yeah, it is officially.
Schumer is. Boy, they're mad. They are hot at Schumer. Woo, the Dems are. They are not happy.
Why do they say we're taking food out of babies' mouths and then they vote against the government starting up? Oh, well, I won't.
We'll talk about that after. We're going to have our next guest, I think, is lined up for after the break. So you're listening or watching Lunch with Bryan and Steve. We'll be right back right after this.
Stop treating your home like a storage bin. Make room for living with Wilson Storage. No matter the need or budget, Wilson Storage has the solution for you. They have gated standard units and climate control units. They have security cameras, alarms on every door, and 24-hour access. You can even rent or pay your bill online. Just go to wilsonstorage.com or call 256-845-1530. Wilson Storage is family owned and been serving our community since 1988. Wilson Storage in Fort Payne.
This is Chris Sturra, the voice of the Fort Payne Wildcats. You're listening to Lunch with Bryan and Steve. I'd love to join them, but some of us have real jobs to get to.
Licensed real estate agent Jennifer Ledford with Old Heritage Realty has spent her entire life in Fort Payne. She's known for her honesty, dependability, and she's passionate about real estate. So when you're ready to buy or sell your home and you want a reliable, hard-working real estate agent happy to help, call Jennifer Ledford at 256-899-5068 or email jenniferledfordrealtor@yahoo.com. Located in downtown Fort Payne, Old Heritage Realty, real estate agent Jennifer Ledford, ready to work hard for you.
This is WZOB Fort Payne, 100.9 FM and 1250 AM.
All right, we're back. Lunch with Bryan and Steve. Brian Northcutt, Steve Chambers in studio, episode 37. We are live streaming on Facebook, WZOB, Facebook. What the heck is that? Facebook, WZOBradio.com. Click the listen live button. I have no idea. It's a new
It's
new
Facebook
service.
for guys with beards.
That's right.
Or
That's
without
right.
beards.
So, anyway, sorry about that.
I don't want on that one.
12:50 a.m. 100.9 FM. You can go to, and we're also live streaming on the FPTV. If you go to the FPTV app, you can catch us there. Segment sponsor for this segment of Lunch with Bryan and Steve is Hulgan's Wrecker Service and Garage Company, LLC. Towing, lockout, winch out. That's interesting. Jumpstart, fuel delivery, recovery, flatbed, and more. Call 256-657-8620 for 24/7 emergency towing. Hulgan's Garage is open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, and can fix just about anything. Call 256-845-5801. Family owned, located in Fort Payne. Thank you, Hulgan's Wrecker Service, for sponsoring Lunch with Bryan and Steve. As I mentioned earlier, I'm going to show this pic. This pic was a
He's not happy there.
Yeah, this is after the 2000, what was it, 21? I'll have to ask him when we get on. Anyway, this is Iron Bowl. This is CBS broadcast, and he sent me this still shot. They put Erik. This is a buddy of mine. So this is Erik Speakman. He was a coach friend of mine. Let me tell you why I've got him on the show. We're getting set up Thursday. When was it? Yeah, it was Thursday night for the Athens game, right? And I get a text from Erik. And he says, hey, are you guys on NFHS? Well, Erik graduated from Athens High School.
Oh, okay.
And so we spent several years in Opelika together. He was an assistant coach on the same staff that I was on. And we would have I think it was 2006 when Fort Payne played Athens in the playoffs, or 7-ish, somewhere around there. Fort Payne, it was like third round. It was the year Athens won the state championship. And we had a little kind of back and forth that whole week. I go into my room down at Opelika High School, and there's an Athens jersey sitting on the desk. So Speakman's a cut-up. So I wanted to have him on, and I've got a special surprise for him after this. But let me get Erik on. Hang on just a second, Erik. I got to work some magic here. We're real professionals on this show. So you got him on, Holly?
I have his mic on.
Okay, so here we go. Look at here. It worked twice.
Oh, there we go.
You get to watch yourself too, Erik.
I like your office there.
This is impressive.
Welcome to Lunch with Bryan and Steve. How you been, brother?
Oh, we're doing good.
Good.
Things are good down here in God's country.
Steve?
Where is that? Is it Auburn?
Steve's a Bammer, so you got to watch him.
We'll pray for him.
I hear that a lot.
So, Erik, when did you come to Opelika? I was there in '97 season. When did you start at Opelika? '99?
2000 was my first season there.
Okay, so Erik was the assistant coach. He was quarterback's coach. No, secondary coach. And you kind of bounced there.
I went back and forth between the two.
I was receivers coach, and he was secondary coach, so we would always do drills together. And he always had the better athletes, so they would whip our kids.
Always.
And so then he, after I'd left, he got defensive coordinator and then became the head coach at Opelika. And then now, God, you're retired now, aren't you?
I'm retired, and
unbelievable.
I'm an analyst at Lee Scott Academy.
With the offensive line coach that was with us, Buster Daniel, cousin of Terry Daniel, the punter at Auburn back in the 90s. So
What town is Lee Scott in?
It's in Auburn.
It's in Auburn?
Yeah.
Is that kind of new?
No. New in your standards, yes.
Yeah, well,
It's about 34, 40 years old.
Oh, that's just...
It combined, what do they combine? Lee Academy and then something else?
Yeah, Scott. And then this is their second year playing in public school league.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they were...
Because I wasn't familiar. When I
That's
see
what
the
you're
scores,
thinking.
I
That's right.
wasn't
That's what
familiar
you're
with the
thinking.
score.
They just started playing public school ball.
Yeah, well, if they don't have football, then they're not really a school, are they?
Eric agrees with
True.
you.
True.
So tell me, Eric, I've got a surprise for you in the next segment. And so tell us your thoughts, because that was one of the primary reasons. We'll get all the other stuff because I want to have fun with you too, because we got stories galore that we can tell. But you watched the Fort Payne Athens game on NFHS. What were your thoughts? Give us your thoughts on Fort Payne, because we got to keep this Fort Payne local too. So
yeah,
give us your expert analysis on the Fort Payne Wildcats, because you coach. By the way, Eric was at Opelika when Chris was at Chelsea, so they played against each other before Chris came to Fort Payne. So go ahead, Eric.
Yeah, Chris does such a great job for y'all. Y'all are really lucky to have him. But you could tell, that team, just the one time watching y'all, really feeds off of his attitude. And I joked with you during the broadcast that he still likes running outside zone to the left when he's going in his hurry up. That was always his big thing when he was at Chelsea. But just the way they play defense, you said y'all were undersized, but a lot of times that doesn't matter when you play the way that y'all do, and to get that home game. And I guess you have Mountain Brook this week?
Yeah. Yep. Tomorrow night.
Is that is it at home or?
It's here. Yep.
Okay, well that'll be good for you. Get the Spartans rolling up there. So, but he's done a great job. 10-1 this year, and going into the second round. But it was fun to watch you guys play last week.
Well, we appreciate the input. It was funny to text back and forth. Eric and I have always had this entertaining relationship, and I'm trying to think of all the different stories. He sent me I made a comment years ago, and Eric still remembers it. Said it last Thursday night that my kicker at Opelika he slipped on an extra point or something like that. Slipped on a field goal.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, slipped on a field goal.
We're watching
it was the Dewey Rye.
The Dewey Rye. I said, "Well, Coach, the grass was real dewy." And my head coach, he goes, "What?" And so Eric said, I don't know if you heard me say it during the broadcast, but I said, I'm going to get it in. I said something about the Dewey, because our kids were slipping.
You did say that, yeah.
That was from Eric.
But there wasn't deep on Athens' side. I didn't understand it.
That's what Spence said, my head coach, too.
Yeah, Athens had longer cleats on.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
It didn't work.
They're better prepared than if they were a visiting team, too. So.
Yeah. So do you get back up to Athens much? I know. Is your mom still there? Or are they in Auburn?
No, they live in Auburn now. So I haven't gone up there in a long time. But I did want to ask y'all during that game, do all of those officials in that game, did they go to Fort Payne First Baptist Church?
So it was a little bias call there?
Man, well, I know every yellow flag went against the Golden Eagles. So
Steve was very good. I told you need to go back and watch some of our old broadcasts, because we read the official rules last week on this show. I had to read Steve all the rules for how you have to behave if you're going to do a statewide broadcast. And he behaved. You did really well.
I was told I started slipping at the very end, but otherwise it was okay.
You better be careful. You'll get a letter from Ron Ingram.
That's true. Yes.
He'll get one back.
Holly almost couldn't broadcast because she couldn't. Ron called her, said, "Hey, I ain't got your check yet."
Yep, better get that $500 check sent.
Is that the one who used to work for Birmingham News?
It is. That's him.
Yeah.
How old is he? Is he my age?
He's pretty old.
Oh my gosh! I seriously didn't know he's still alive.
Yeah, he's actually retiring after this year.
Is he?
Is that right?
Man, I hate to break in a new guy.
Yeah,
I always hate that.
That's what Jamie said. Sorry.
So what else are you doing now? Speak. You've got as many kids as we do, or you got more than we do.
I have 5.
Okay, no, I thought you had 6, but you're right.
No.
5.
Yeah, 5. So I've got one that plays baseball at Mississippi College.
Okay.
And then I've got my oldest daughter is a Tiger Paw at Auburn, so I have to go sit through the whole game of every game and watch. So I used to go over and watch till halftime and go home, watch the rest. So the first game this year, I told my wife, Drew, I said, well, I'll probably just leave right before halftime and head on home and watch the game. And she reminded me that the dancers, they dance the whole game.
Oh, God.
And I said, they danced the whole game, like till the very end. And she said, yes. And so now we go, and of course this year's been so miserable, but watching that product. And that you could post that picture you posted of me earlier about every week here at the Auburn game. So yeah. And then I've got a daughter at Lee Scott, and then 2 boys that go to my 6th grader and 3rd grader now go to Auburn City Schools. So we've moved over to Auburn and have a new house over there, and so life is good.
That's good. Good for you. Good for you.
So you won't go to Plains High School?
We would be zoned for Plains when it opens in 3 years.
Is that right?
See, I keep up with what's going on down there.
That's because we had James Slayton on the show a couple weeks ago.
Okay.
And he was talking about Plains.
That was the only reason. I'm sorry.
Hey, do y'all know the mascot yet?
He's
an eagle.
It's Eagles, wasn't it?
Is it? Nobody knows it down here, so
really?
It's top secret.
It's an eagle, and they're green and white.
Well, don't tell anybody.
Green and white.
Kelly Green. You don't know that?
No,
that's secret down there.
Is it really?
Well, maybe.
Well, I don't know. I just
not anymore.
Philadelphia Eagles are green and white. Well, they're green and silver.
I think it's close to that. Maybe. I bet you. I don't know. Okay.
Well, I'm gonna get it on Facebook and make fun of them for picking green as the color.
He said that it wasn't his choice. I asked him about that.
Yeah, he said that was already done when he got in there.
So
everybody over there says it wasn't their choice.
That's true. Yeah.
Well, who? They figure out whose it was? Who did it?
It was Ron Anders. That's who it was. Lee Scott, you guys beat who? Who'd y'all beat Friday night?
We beat Hale County, which is over by Tuscaloosa in Moundville. And we have a big one this week with the Montgomery Academy.
Oh,
not just right. Montgomery. Yeah, not Montgomery Academy, but the Montgomery Academy.
Chandler's there, right?
No, he's at Montgomery Catholic.
That's right. Okay, I thought, man.
Yeah.
So there's a kid.
Yeah, he's in 5A.
You coached Jonathan, didn't you?
Oh, yeah. Coach.
So a kid at Opelika named Jonathan Chandler played at Troy. Was our quarterback. Erik coached him, and he's at Montgomery Catholic, which in my mind, I was thinking, man, and then he would be playing Buster and Erik, who coached him, and so it'd be kind of disciple-pupil kind of thing going on, but it's not wrong school. So
yeah,
he's they're 5A, we're 3A.
So there's a Montgomery Academy and the Montgomery Academy. Is that right?
Like the Ohio State University?
Yes. Yeah, they call themselves the Montgomery Academy.
Like the Fort.
And Lee Scott
like
is
the
3A?
Fort.
Huh?
Lee Scott
we're
is
3A.
Yeah.
I think I have the bracket here somewhere. But go ahead. Don't mind me.
Don't mind the brawny man. He's trying to sell paper towels over here.
Steve will never wear that shirt again.
I like it. It looks very comfortable.
It is comfortable, and it's warm.
I told him he looked like Paul Bunyan.
So what else you been doing? Like, what's Drew up to now? I'm sorry. Drew's his wife.
Okay.
Yeah, she actually is the executive director of what's called the Exceptional Foundation of East Alabama.
Okay.
For special needs adults.
Okay.
And kids that have aged out of high school and have nowhere to go.
Yeah.
And they've actually, this is her second year doing that. In fact, when I was in Mobile last year, she stayed up here.
Yeah.
They didn't move, and she stayed up here and ran that, and really enjoys it and does a great job. But they've now have 3 programs where the high functioning kids actually get they're on a job track to get jobs, and I mean they have all the way down to kids that are in wheelchairs that can't kind of like the severe disabled that we had at Opelika High School down there with Miss Vickerstaff.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that really just so the parents can work, they can bring those kids there.
Yeah. And that came from y'all's niece, right?
Kathleen she has Down. So Drew Ray, she was our church children's director at First Methodist for probably 15 years, I guess.
Yeah.
And just out of the blue one day, got a call from this group and said, we feel like you would be the person we need to kind of come take this over and take it to the next level. So
cool.
She really enjoys it. Every day is a good day when you go up there with those kids.
Yeah. All right. We got to take a commercial break. You good for one more segment, Erik?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
We're going to be right back with Erik Speakman from Auburn, and we'll be right back with more Lunch with Bryan and Steve right after this.
Do you need to declutter? Wish you could free up some valuable space at work or home? Hillier Mini Storage has climate control units available, and all their units are gated for maximum protection. You can also store your stuff at home with their Max Steel storage buildings for sale. Just come by Hillier Mini Storage on Galt Avenue in North Fort Payne. Open Monday through Friday, 9 till 4. And while you're there, be sure to check out play sets for the kids. Store your stuff with Hillier Mini Storage.
This is Amanda Varnador, Dax Liddy Lila's mom, Coach V's wife, senior guidance counselor at FPHS. You're listening to Lunch with Bryan and Steve. Go Cats!
No matter the season, there's always a great sale at Fort Payne Footworks and Outdoors with all the brand names you love. Patagonia, Uggs, North Face, Bourne, Columbia, and much, much more. The best quality shoes in town can only be found at Fort Payne Footworks and Outdoors. And don't forget about Little River hats and tees. Drop by Monday through Friday from 9 to 5, Saturdays from 9 to 3, or Sunday from 12 to 5. Located in downtown Fort Payne. Shop local at Fort Payne Footworks and Outdoors.
That one. All right, we're back. Lunch with Bryan and Steve, episode 37. Let's see. The segment sponsor for this segment of Lunch with Bryan and Steve is Cattle Stampede. Cattle Stampede Steakhouse feeds your whole family with their carry-out family meal deal Monday through Sunday, all day for only $25. In the bar area, Thursday nights, karaoke night with Mike McClung from 7 to 10. They've swapped it from 9 to 12 to 7 to 10 because the old folks can't hang that long.
Thank you.
Steve says thank you. This Friday night, live entertainment from 7 to 10, John Sells. And Saturday Night Live entertainment from 7 to 10 is the Ramblin' Band. Who's the Ramblin' Band? Do we know who that is?
I don't have a clue.
So anyway, Cattle Stampede Steakhouse, Steve's favorite place to eat. And so I told Erik and that we're going to have a special guest here. So here is Coach Chris Elmore in studio, and we've got Erik Speakman zooming in with us. So do we have audio good? You can hear us, Erik?
I got you.
Okay. So I was just going to sit here and talk a little bit Chelsea Opelika, and I told Chris, one of my boys, we watched the Friday night Opelika game, and Isaac was sitting there laying on the ground, and you know, I told you the quarterback at Opelika was our across the street neighbor,
right?
Whit Cooper, and so Isaac's like, Dad, you think how do you think we do against Opelika?
I can tell you, I've lived it.
I said, well, buddy, that's a little different animal there.
Yeah. When my second year at Chelsea, I guess, when they reclassified, and that's the first year they started 7A.
Yeah.
So reclassified, and our region was pretty good, except when I saw the last team on there, I'm like, oh, Opelika. How does that work? Chelsea, Opelika. I felt like we were nowhere close to each other, but so we played them for 4 years. They're in the same region.
Did you take a plane to that game?
Yeah, I mean, it was, and then we also had Ben Russell in that same region, and so for about 4 years there, we had a decent team at Chelsea. But every time it worked out every year. We always had them kind of back to back. I felt like we always had Opelika one week and Ben Russell the next, or whatever it was, and it was not a fun experience for the Hornets. But you know, we talked about it. Some of the stuff that we tried to do in our off-season program was built around trying to figure out a way to compete with Erik and Brian Blackman and those guys down there, because they did such a good job. But they were fun games to coach him, because we learned so much as coaches, but they were not fun games to watch our players compete against them. So they had some guys on defense that were a little bit violent, and they would get after us pretty good. So Our kids thought they were pretty good till they got down there. Then now they're like, "Ooh, wow, this is a little bit different." I thought, yeah, these guys aren't like the guys from Helena, so it was a little bit different deal.
Eric, what do you got? Any good stories about Coach Elmore and your time playing against Chelsea?
I mean, we were always impressed, and I'm not saying this just because he's on here, but how well prepared they were. You get some teams that you can just tell are not coached, whether they have good players or not.
Yeah.
And his teams, honestly, we always worried about playing Chelsea because they were always a team that, even though we kind of pulled away, because we had some great players during that little run that we were in that region with them. I mean, that was back when we had Jake Bentley and Drew Kaiser. I mean, just multiple college athletes. But we always worried about playing Chelsea because it was always one of those that we knew, they were well coached and could very easily be a loss if we don't play well. So, and that was kind of a testament to his kids. And I do remember there was a number 16, I think he's coaching now, Dylan Seabolt, maybe.
Sure is. Is at Russell now? Yep.
And I mean, that dude made every tackle. We came up there and scouted Chelsea one night, and I told the coaches, I said, either this kid really makes every tackle or his dad is the PA announcer. Because, it just every play, this kid was in on the tackle. And, just how hard they played, kind of like your Fort Payne team right now. Just play hard on every snap and get after you from the first whistle to the last.
Yeah, that's exactly what we felt like we had to do down there to compete. And probably the biggest compliment I've ever got as a coach was we were playing with Wetumpka one night, and maybe it was just random, but all of a sudden I looked up at halftime, and I think Erik was with him. I know Brian Blackman and the staff was there to watch us play, and I thought, golly, I'm shocked they even are worried about us that they would come up here and watch us. So I was impressed by that. I was like, this must mean we're at least better than I thought we were. But I will tell you a funny story. Erik told me one time that one of the years we had about 7 or 8 receivers that were about the same, just good kids that would do what they're supposed to do, line up correctly, play hard, could all catch, could all block, all the things. So we had kind of said in the offseason the only way we had a chance to compete with them was to play at just a ridiculously high rate of a high pace, just play really, really fast because we knew we could not block their front six, and the only way we maybe could hang with them is to wear them down a little bit. So we had 8 receivers that we just rotated, and that they were great kids that I could trust, and I never really told them how to sub in and out. They just started to figure it out. They would, if one guy ran a long pass route, then the other one would slide in there. Or if one guy was in there 2 plays, the other one would jump in for 2. And so it never was a deal we substituted or I said, so-and-so you go in or so-and-so you go in. They just kind of did it on their own. And so Erik told me after the season one year, he said, I spent all one week trying to figure out what your personnel meant and what it meant when 13 was in the game, what it meant when 8 was in the game, and so forth and so on. And he said, I finally came to realization Thursday night. I said, I was excited. I told the staff the next day, brought the defense staff. He said, I finally figured out what he's doing and what it means. And I said, his whole staff said, what is it, Coach? What's going on? He goes, it doesn't mean anything. And I said, well, you hit the nail on the head. It didn't mean anything. They were just subbing in and out as they wanted to. And but that was the kind of kids we had there at Chelsea. And it's similar to what we got here. Kids that'll listen and do what you ask to do, and like you said, try to play hard as they can.
Yeah.
As long as they can.
Well, when Coach Ellis retired here, that was at the same time y'all were playing there, and I even texted Erik. Not that I've got any kind of influence, but I was like, "You think Chris would come back up to Fort Payne, or how do you think of him as a coach?" And he spoke very highly of you. But I was trying to just go, and I wonder if Coach Elmore would come back up here. And of course, little did I know it was already in the works. I mean, but it was one of those where I was just from a distance. I've always kept up with Opelika. When I was at Opelika, I kept up with Fort Payne. And so I just watched scores every Friday night, just watch scores. And I always noticed, first off, the dynamic of what you're working with at Chelsea, and then who you're playing, because I knew what Opelika had. Mm-hmm. And just seeing score comparisons, you're competing.
Yeah.
And so that was always cool. So Erik said that they thought made too many penalties against Athens Friday night. So
well, they probably need to quit committing penalties. I can tell you. It's not my job to get them to stop.
So that year, Erik, what do you remember? That year was that 06 that Fort Payne and
it was 06, and I still have a picture somewhere. I tried to find it the other day of the cafeteria at Athens that had beat Fort Payne. sign, and I couldn't dig it up the other night. I was going to send it to you during your broadcast. But
That was
hey, I remember, I think it was 92 or 93, Athens played over there, and Randy Owen played. He sang the national anthem.
Yeah. That was my junior year. Yeah, it sure was. It was my junior year. Chris Anderson was a running back, and they beat us 13-7 in the second round of the playoffs. So that was a really good game. I really don't know how we kept it that close, to be honest with you, because he was such a good player. But we stayed with him there for a while. But it's back to those Chelsea Opelika games. The thing that I guess I remember the most about them is that our kids probably knew in the back of their mind they weren't going to be able to beat them, but they also knew that they were expected to go out there and compete the best they could. And there was, I think, one year we kept it. We got it to the fourth quarter. Let's put it that way. It was never really. I guess they were never probably in danger of losing, but it was an 8-point game in the fourth quarter, and you would have thought we won the Super Bowl that night, I guess, because people were just so ecstatic that we kept the game close for a while. But they had some great teams down there, and ironically, when I decided to come up here, we had finally got out of their region. The new regions had come out, and we were not in Opelika's region for the first time in 4 years. And then I decided to leave. But of course, I'm glad it did. It's all worked out.
I've asked several people, Eric, you'll find this funny. When I got here, and this was with Ellis's staff and with Coach Elmore's staff, I said, "So what's it like on the headsets on Friday night with you guys?" And they're, "Oh no, it's pretty calm. You know, do y'all ever like get into it and like really get after each other?" And they're like, no, we just kind of all trying to get agree. I said, "Well, y'all, you should have been on the headsets at Opelika."
Yeah.
You could not. We always made the comment, if our wives heard us talk on the headsets on Friday night, we wouldn't be friends. None of us would be friends together. So
no, if we were women, we would have never been able to work to get together. Yeah. The stuff that was said about each other.
we couldn't have a coach's golf tournament. Do you remember those? We go over to Indian Pines and just have a little scramble, just a friendly scramble amongst all the coaches, and we'd get in fights. There'd be people.
Yeah. I think some of the coaches thought scramble meant fight on the 18th green.
It's the exact opposite here. Sometimes I'll say something about, "What do you think about this?" And I'm like, "Is anybody on these things listening?" Or
if it's 4th and 19, you don't hear anything.
Yeah, I'm like, and they're, "Oh, well, it's a good idea." I'm like, "Oh, well, thanks for the confidence." But you just have to.
What about those old staff meetings, Eric, with Spence McCracken?
Yeah, those were. But I was going to tell you, Chris, when you just said that, and Brian will know Wes Cottrell very well.
Oh gosh.
So we were playing Benjamin Russell,
Mr. Spacely. Just picture Mr. Spacely from the Jetsons.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
that's this guy.
And so Smitty Grider was our defense coordinator at the time. This is probably 01 or 02, and Benjamin Russell goes right down the field on us and scores. And we go 3 and out, and then they go right back down and score on us again. They kicked a field goal on one of them. It says 10-0. And Wes and I were up in the box, and the defense coordinator says, Smitty says, "Well, what do y'all think?" And we're just silent. And he kind of went, "Is anybody up there?" And Wes Cottrell, this is one of the all-time comments. Wes said, "Well, Smitty, we've looked at both sides of this sheet you gave us, and we don't think anything's going to work." And so after that, we had they had Tyrone Martin at the time, and I think we had Will Herring or so Jason Finley, some of those guys. They finally hit him and caused a fumble, and that kind of flipped the switch. But that comment of "I've looked at both sides of this sheet and I don't think anything's going to work" to the defense coordinator. That's a good way to get him, really mad at you during the game.
What'd he say?
Well, you can't repeat.
Yeah,
I'm glad you cleaned that up, Eric.
Yeah,
it was a lot worse when you were in the box.
He said, "Well, gee, guys."
Yeah, if we film this after 11 p.m., I could tell you what he said.
Well, there's down at we played at Opelika twice, and that's kind of the way I felt both times. We felt like we had a good plan going in, and once the game got going, it wasn't a very good plan, and or maybe it was a good plan, but the plan wasn't going to work. And those are the nights where you're just kind of hoping somebody's got a suggestion of some sort, and nobody's.
What
saying,
about this?
Yeah, nobody's saying a word. I'm like, well, okay, I guess I got to figure this out on my own.
Oh man, well, man, Eric, hey, thanks for being on the show, Coach Elmore. Thanks for being. Just wanted to give you guys a chance to.
No, man, it's fun.
Yep. So enjoyed it. Eric, thank you for coming on. Chris, thank you. We're going to be right back with more Lunch with Bryan and Steve right after this.
Adios. Bye, Felicia. Don't let the door hit you.
More and more people are saying goodbye to pests with Safe Solutions Plus LLC. And it's no wonder with their top-notch customer service, quality products, and lower prices. And now with their new website, it's never been easier to manage your pest control service with Safe Solutions Plus. Just visit sspestandtermite.com to view your billing details, make payments online, and review past services. Family-owned and operated, Safe Solutions Plus is located at 934 Main Street West in Rainsville. Call 256-638-7378. Safe Solutions Plus, protecting homes and businesses one solution at a time.
Hey then. Bye.
This is Robbie Coker with McNeese State Basketball, and you're listening to Lunch with Bryan and Steve on WZOB. Go Pokes.
Your home is by far your biggest expense and most important purchase. So when you're buying or selling your home, you'll want the experience, professionalism, and integrity for which Southern Properties Agency in Fort Payne is known. Call 256-845-6000 to achieve your best possible results. Southern Properties Agency. Thorough, trustworthy, experienced real estate professionals since 1992.
All right, back Lunch with Bryan and Steve, episode 37. Just had our first two successful. Those were pretty successful. Zooms.
Yeah.
Zooms. So excited about that, and you got to coach.
So there's
Coach
cell
Elmore.
service down in Auburn. There you go.
There you go.
I just messed
Hey, look
with
at you. I'll tell you what. I don't. Holly.
Yes.
I don't say anything to him. Like I don't talk about Yeah.
You don't talk smack.
No, and Steve just keeps hammering away. Old Brawny over here.
Right, you hadn't been talking smack since the day or moment you walked in the door.
Hey, we got a segment sponsor, so we got a message from Mike Shirey. Speaking of Auburn, you like him, don't you?
I like him.
Okay.
I like you most of the time.
We got a message from Mike Shirey, Fort Payne Improvement Authority.
Fall brings with it the excitement of cooler temperatures and football and reminds us that winter will be here before you know it. Your friends at the Fort Payne Improvement Authority want to remind you that you can help conserve electricity and save money with just a few energy-saving ideas. Using LED lights and Energy Star rated appliances will help reduce your energy consumption. Remember to turn the lights off when you're not using them. Heating your home accounts for up to 50% of your energy bill. Every degree that you set your thermostat lower in the winter can save you 3% on your heating costs. We recommend you set your thermostat to 68 degrees. FPIA would also like to remind everyone to be safe when heating their home. Make sure fireplaces are clean and ready for use, and always make sure space heaters are not left close to furniture or other combustible materials. Our team at the Fort Payne Improvement Authority wishes your team the very best this season, and we appreciate the opportunity to serve Fort Payne and the surrounding community.
All right, that was Mike Shirey with the Fort Payne Improvement Authority. Thank you for sponsoring Lunch with Bryan and Steve. So, Coach, we have Steve and I have just decided we got to suck every last drop of high school football. So, we don't know when we're going to see you again.
Yeah.
Golf season, maybe talk a little golf at some point, but.
Hopefully, see you next Thursday.
That's true.
We got 3 more games, right?
Yeah. You feel any better?
Yeah, it's going to be. It's like it's a very similar to last year when we played Homewood. It's a extremely well coached team that has got good players, and we're just going to have to go play and play the best we can play and see what happens. And when we look at the bracket and you look at who's, and this is I think Mountain Brook will probably say the same thing about us as we're saying about them. But when you look at the rest of the teams in the North, I mean, this is a good matchup for both of us, and they may win by 40 or we may win by 40, but more than likely it's probably going to be a pretty good game because both teams are very well coached and both teams are made up of players who just do what we always talk about around here, just keep showing up every day, keep trying to get better and keep trying to improve. And you can see that with them. They've improved a lot since the first of the season, and they're playing better and better as the weeks go by. And so, but I think we have to. And obviously we've had our fair share of injuries, but the ones that are healthy are still playing well and improving each week. And that's just what we're going to have to go do tomorrow night and see what happens.
Yeah, no, I think looking at Gadsden City, looking at Pelham, looking at Athens, all three of those games, we were sitting up in the press box going, okay, and won. So we're going to do that tomorrow night and go, And
I think that what's different tomorrow night is I don't think people, when you look across, it'll look like two mirror images of each other. They've got a lot of players that look a lot like our guys, and the difference is obviously going to be in the uniform color, but they're just very, very fundamental. Really do a good job. Coach Yeager's been there for 20 years, I guess, and he is kind of the guru of offensive line blocking in our state and always has been, and they just do a really, really good job in the offensive line. And so they're not going to just, wow you at running back, but they do such a good job in the offensive line, and those running backs do such a good job of running what they're supposed to be doing. They just it's kind of like what we've tried to do. They just kind of keep pounding away at you, hat on hat, and it makes it tough. And we're going to have to try to. So it'll be kind of strength on strength, so to speak, and whoever can make the most plays in those key situations, those key third down conversions, those key red zone opportunities, and I think I heard y'all mention earlier, and we hopefully the kicking game will be a big advantage for us, and we need it to be, and we're just going to have to. It'll still come down to what it always comes down to, which is who turns the ball over the least to probably win the game. So
no more injuries this week, right?
No, we're pretty healthy this week. It's been good so far. We've kind of tried to. We haven't shortened up the time of we've practiced. We've kind of shortened up some of the physicality of how we practiced this week. Just because of how physical we've been playing. I felt like the last two ball games have been really, really, tough on our kids, and they're playing as hard as they can play, and so we've tried to kind of, shorten some or lighten up on some of that stuff where we could. But as the week's gone on, the guys that are banged up are feeling better and better, and we'll see how that goes tomorrow night.
Now, Patrick Buffington's out.
Yeah, he's going to be out, and the reality was. He had that high ankle sprain, and when Grayson Crawley had his, he was essentially out 5 weeks. If you think about it, he was out from the scrimmage all the way through the bye week. If we'd have played the bye week, Grayson Crawley wouldn't have played then either. So he missed about 5 weeks. And Patrick had a similar injury, and it's more difficult for a skill player to come back from it sometimes than a lineman. And we were trying to get him back in 2 weeks, and really less than 2 weeks.
But no surgery or anything.
No, just kind of re-aggravated it, so to speak, and he'll probably be out another 3 to 4 weeks, I would think. And so even if we made a run all the way to the state championship game, I don't know that he could even get back ready to play by then. So we've got 5 guys now that are Grayson Crawley found out he's going to have surgery next Friday on his MCL, so that's now 5 guys we've essentially lost for the season, and not just 5 players, 5 really good players. Riker Engel. If you told me back at the start of the year you're going to lose Riker Engel, I'd have said, "Do I have to? Or can I go somewhere else?" And I mean, what else can I do right now? What do you want me to? And then you lose him, and then Colin Pugh comes in and does a great job filling his role. And then we lose him, and then Patrick Buffington kind of overtakes all that, the communication back there and leading that back end, and now we've lost him, and then also losing Noah McKeon and Grayson Crawley. Noah's our leading tackler, and Grayson really was probably our second best overall lineman. Him and Grayson Hester basically played about the same every week, and. So it's a challenge, but I'm really proud of the ones who have been thrown into some roles that they didn't have 5 weeks ago. They just keep, evolving and keep playing. And, I told you on Catch Yet how proud I am of Riker Shankles. And I just hope our younger players, and I don't mean just the ones that are in our program, I'm even talking about like down, 4th and 5th graders, maybe can watch what he does tomorrow night and realize that that's what a true teammate is a guy who does whatever it takes to help his team, and that's what he's done the last couple of weeks. And again, I told you he would prefer not to play defense. He's not a defensive minded guy. but he has stepped in there and done a great job, and so has Eli Goggins and Carter Blaylock, of course, stepped in there last week as well, and we'll continue to try to do that, and we'll continue to try to Barron Sanderson and Braden Dobbs are getting better each week, and it goes back to they did not play a ton the first half of the season, so they're kind of getting into their kind of game 5 and 6 stretch, and they're starting to play better. So that's just what it's going to take. And tomorrow night, but no matter what happens tomorrow, I told those guys I could not be more proud of what they've accomplished this year to be sitting here at 10-1 and be one of the final 16 left in the state again is a big accomplishment. And this is why you play, though. You play to go out here and play Mountain Brook in the second round and see what happens. And what a great opportunity it is for us.
Well, Carter is defensive minded, isn't he?
Carter is defensive minded.
Exactly.
You don't have to beg him to play defense. He'll do it. And not that we don't have to beg Riker either, but and Eli's done a great job moving over there too and playing some. But
what was Colin Pugh's injury?
Basically the same thing that happened to Carter Blaylock his 10th grade year, had broken ankle or whatever it is, tibia, fibula. Just fell on in the pile down there at Gadsden City. Just kind of one of those, every one of our deals has been kind of an odd deal. Even when you look at Patrick's on film, it doesn't look like much, but it is when you look at it. When you look at the MRI, it's a lot. Yeah. And so I don't know. It's some stuff you just can't explain. And we were sick that Grayson Crawley got hurt at practice, and everybody says, "How do you get a guy hurt at practice? What's wrong with y'all?" And but you got to practice. I mean, the only way to get better at football is to practice. And it was just one of those things that happens, and guys got tangled up, and he unfortunately got the bad end of it. And wasn't anybody's fault. It's just part of what we do. And you can't. You would love to say, well, let's just walk through everything all week, and that's great in theory. But at some point, you got to be able to play the game, and that's what we're trying to do.
So I'm just kind of running down some stuff in my head yesterday. Scottsboro was 600 wins.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, have we lost only one region game in the last 3 years? Gadsden City 2 years ago. Were we undefeated last year in region play?
Yes. 2 years ago, when we went to the second round versus Muscle Shoals, that year we lost to Lee also. That's so right. We lost 2 that year. So I guess we've lost 2 in the last 3.
So that would be 16-2.
I think that's right.
Region's record in the last 3 years.
Well, we've won 20 out of the last 22.
Yeah, I told the kids. Well, the kids have done this. I told them. I said, if I want you to go back in time. We were just sitting around the locker room after practice. I want you to go back in time and go to the Southside game at halftime, and somebody walks in and says, "Hey, y'all are about to win 20 of your next 22." And one of them said, "Well, I told that guy he's crazy. There's no way it's going." So, but that's what's been fun about it, and I told him the other day I would not bet against her. I mean, it's the toughest minded group I've ever been around. I mean, I can't explain really what they're doing or how they're doing it, but I wouldn't bet against them because they just seem to they find a way to make things happen. And even though even though we got control of the game early, when it got back to 24-17, it was everybody's seen those games where momentum switches.
Yeah.
And momentum's a hard thing to change, and we found a way to get it back and get going the right way, and there at the end, I mean, we were on fumes because of how many guys that had to play so many snaps, and more guys had gotten kind of banged up, and Mason Chandler was a little banged up, Jimmy Bassett was a little banged up, and that was I told you this and catch it. The best thing about Caden Adams not scoring was it was obviously good for the clock, but it allowed our defensive guys to rest for a little bit. I mean, we needed that 4 or 5 real-time minutes that went through the last the 3 timeouts to kind of catch our breath a little bit. So it's taken a lot out of them, and they're expending everything that they can expend on a Friday night to play well, and that's been fun to watch.
What was not that I'd argue with officials.
No.
But
they do a good job.
I'm here for you.
Yeah.
What was that penalty when Caden kind of
as unsportsmanlike? They called us for a little bit of excessive celebration in the middle of the play.
He was like on the goal line, and he threw it about 20 yards.
Yeah, our quarterback got a little too excited there. But
was that it?
And he apologized. He felt miserable because obviously we remember it was the first game of the year, but it was. I saw it, and it was kind of nothing really. It was a kid excited that we had just essentially won the game, and But and I don't. So Blake, I'm afraid to tell you this, but it actually kind of helped us that there was a penalty because it allowed us to run a little more clock off.
Did you tell Caden, are you going to break one about 55 yards? I want to take a knee at the one.
No, that's what's interesting about that. We said, look, guys, we need probably 1 first down to win it, maybe 2. We didn't talk about if you break, don't score, because I really wasn't thinking it was that kind of game. We're up 8. But when he broke, I was thinking, golly, we don't need to score on the first play. And then nobody told him that. He just went down on him. And what's funny about it, I told Bryan, is when you look on film from the drone shot, we've got like 4 kids chasing him, motioning at him to try to get down. They're motioning, get down. And so the fact that our kids are that cerebral in that moment to be able to try to think of that kind of thing. And people say, well, that wasn't the right thing to do. I don't know if it's the right thing to do or not, but we've got confidence in our offense inside the 1. So I felt like even though we got backed up to the 16, I felt like it was probably the right thing to do at the time. But nobody really told him to do it for sure.
That's unselfish.
Yeah, very unselfish.
It's
Very
gotta
unselfish.
Be, very gratifying for you to kind of watch what you envisioned starting to happen. And the kids, I mean, there really isn't. I mean, you start looking at the teams we play. There's really not a reason why we should be winning this many games from a physical standpoint. Just from when you watch them warming up, you go, okay, they're playing them.
Yeah.
And so quality job. So you got to feel gratified at what's going on in Fort Payne right now.
I do. It's again, really good kids. Our coaches are outstanding. Every day, is another task, another challenge, and they're out there trying to figure out a way to help our guys succeed. And what our defensive coaches have done with the limitations we've got here with having, because it's hard to get guys ready to that are playing. Me and Coach Vince and Coach Prater and I are kind of borrowing. I need Eli for this 10 minutes. Well, you need him for this 10 minutes, and it's hard to get all that in and not make practice go 4 hours. And but they've done a good job of managing all that. And again, you just can't say enough about the toughness of our kids right now, and not just physical toughness, but the mental toughness to be able to say, all this stuff's against us, but let's just keep playing, and that's what they keep doing.
So walk through today.
Yeah, a little bit more of a walk through today. Yeah, we've done all we can do.
They're not going to forget how to play hard.
No, they're not. They're going to cut it loose tomorrow night, and it'll be fun to watch them. And I hope that great night for football tomorrow night. I really hope we have a big crowd because these kids deserve to be treated like what they've done. It's been fun to watch them. So I hope we have a big crowd on a Friday night. Back to playing on Friday night again, which is nice. But so it'll be good to do that.
All right. Well, thanks, Coach. Appreciate it. Good job. And we'll be right back with more Lunch with Bryan and Steve right after this.
Stop treating your home like a storage bin. Make room for living with Wilson Storage. No matter the need or budget, Wilson Storage has the solution for you. They have gated standard units and climate control units. They have security cameras, alarms on every door, and 24-hour access. You can even rent or pay your bill online. Just go to wilsonstorage.com or call 256-845-1530. Wilson owned and been serving our community since 1988. Wilson Storage in Fort Payne.
Hi, this is Brian Jett, Superintendent for Fort Payne City Schools, and you're listening to Lunch with Bryan and Steve.
My Supply is my hometown hardware store. At My Supply, I never have to wander aimlessly around the store looking for what I need. I know that when I walk through the door, I'm going to be greeted by a person and helped right away. So whether you're looking for plumbing, electrical, hand or power tools, welding supplies, standard or metric fasteners, or anything else to help with your home projects and repairs, shop My Supply on Godfrey Avenue in Northeast Fort Payne. Open Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. My Supply, your hometown hardware store.
All right, we're back. Lunch with Bryan and Steve, episode 37. This has been a fun one. I've enjoyed the heck out of this. Zooming in, folks, running the technology. We got Holly's computer taken care of, and we just handle everything.
Yeah, I love that.
So,
appreciate that.
Did Holly panic one time today?
No, I
right there at the beginning when our mics were mixed up, you were having a little bit of...
I just could. I was like, what? Yeah. But figured it out.
Other than that.
A segment sponsor of Lunch with Bryan and Steve for this last segment is Northcote Real Estate. I got to get Claire on the show soon.
Okay.
We talk about our new subdivision. I said her new subdivision. I guess I'm technically on the paperwork, but she's doing everything.
What's yours is hers, and what's hers is yours.
That's right. James Slayton used to say, the guest from Auburn High, used to say, what's hers is mine and what's mine is mine.
If she wants your opinion, she'll tell you what it is.
That's right. So I do need to get Claire on the show. She's doing a lot of things going on, buying properties, flipping houses. Not so much the long-term and short-term rentals right now, but doing some work and getting some houses built. So I got to get some updates on that. So I'll have her on the show here soon. Northcutt Properties segment sponsors of Lunch with Bryan and Steve. So what are we going to do, Steve?
Well, yeah, let's see.
You got to get in the microphone. This is episode 37. You got to talk in the mic.
No, I'm mumbling right now. When I get my thoughts together, I'll come
Okay.
Well, we got the top 10 college football playoff.
Oh yeah, right. Of course we got to rub your nose in, rub my nose in.
No. Auburn will be right back one day, I'm sure they'll get a good coach. I should have done the top 12 because it's 12 teams.
Yeah, that's true.
Just went with 10. Got Ohio State, Indiana, Texas A&M, Alabama, Georgia, and Texas Tech moved up. Ole Miss, Oregon, Notre Dame, and Texas.
Hey, somebody was asking me because they had USF, South Florida, was projected to be in, but they were ranked 24th. I know the top 4 conference champions are automatic,
and your top non-power 4, whatever they call that, gets in.
Conference champions.
They've been thinking Memphis.
Okay.
But now they think
they
it's
lost
South Florida.
to UAB.
Yeah. So now they think it's South Florida.
Okay. So the next 4 conference champions also get automatic. And then the last 4 is at large. Is that right?
It's not automatically conference champions this year. It's what the committee thinks.
Okay.
This
so
year,
it could be a conference champion or an at-large.
Right.
Was that different from last year?
Yes.
Okay.
It had to be conference champion.
I knew they were going to try to tweak some stuff.
Another difference is last year the conference champions got the automatic bye, but that's not the case this year either.
Ah, okay. So they reseed it.
So, yeah, like if whoever plays in the SEC championship game, those two, obviously the winner will have a bye, but then the loser might also have a first round bye.
Are they going to just meet together after all the dust has settled and go, okay, here are the top 4 seeds?
Then the gray smoke will come out of the chimney and they'll decide that's something else.
That's when they anoint a new Presbyterian preacher.
That's when Notre Dame gets to be the number 1 seed with 3 losses.
I can't get Facebook feeds to come up on this software, which I wish I could because that was really funny. Holly sent us.
Oh.
Now, about a 10th of our audience is going to understand this.
The Calvinist Santa.
The Calvinist Santa Claus. Which I've had that conversation with some Calvinists before when it comes to like their children running around or somebody and, oh, Johnny, you're such a good boy. And I go, no, wait a minute. Aren't you a Calvinist?
Well,
you're such a good boy, Johnny. That's not what the scripture teaches.
But you can make morally good choices, but your motives are always going to be not good.
Well,
so
what's
therefore
funny?
It's not good.
Funny when I was watching, I was going, there's some Calvinists that'll look at that and go, you know what, he's about right.
What, Santa?
That's Santa Claus.
It was funny. You got to be able to laugh at yourself.
That's
right.
No, right. I mean, they would go, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, you little child of wrath. If y'all hadn't seen it, y'all,
you need to go look at it. It's pretty funny.
Yeah, go to my Facebook page. It was funny.
Hey, Steve, we got to get DK8 in.
Okay.
You got your anniversary papers and all?
Yeah, I didn't realize it, but I've been doing. I thought of Holly when I saw this. Yeah,
Kokoraz.
I've been doing a range gauge.
Let's talk. Hold on. Tell everybody what Kokoraz is, because you're going to have people thinking Steve's doing it inappropriate again.
What's a Kokoraz?
Communicative, collaborative, rain, hail, snow.
People.
Yeah. Old people. Sleet, yeah.
Okay.
You have to have hail pads to do
Kokoraz.
the hail.
Okay.
Kokoraz. Yeah.
Hail pads?
Yes, you can bring out the hail pads in a hailstorm.
I think that was in that Santa Claus clip too, wasn't it? Hail pads?
Yeah. that can be a hell pass when you get out there and that. But I didn't realize it, but I've been doing this from November 9th, 2007 to November 9th, 2025.
You hadn't missed a week.
18 years. Well, they said I've only had 99% coverage, so apparently I missed one along the way.
And you're going to protest that one.
I said, well, it's holding. So, the total observations is 6,456. 35 are multi-day because, like, if you go on vacation, you come back, you do. Well, this is a multi-day. Anyway, we've only had 19 100ths of an inch of rain.
What are they going to do when you retire?
They probably won't change the world much, I would imagine.
You get a golden rain gauge?
Yeah, they might as well because they're about $40 now.
Get a trophy. We need to do a trophy with a rain gauge
We
on
should
it.
do that. Oh, I cleaned out the rain gauge this week, big time. You take the newspaper and fold it long ways and stick it down there and go through there and then rinse it out. And it's
How often must you do
day.
that?
How we don't have people watching this show every second
I don't
every
know.
2 hours.
Whatever. How often we do it?
How often must you do that?
I do that about every 3 months.
Because will it throw your measurements off if
No,
you do not
well, if I
clean
kept
it?
the water in there, rinse it out with it, does. But I take this DK9. I'm keeping some in there. So, man. I'm like the world's most boring person.
He just had a revelation. He's like, wait a minute.
I gotta clean. Yeah. No wonder Martha naps all the time. What are you doing? I'm out with my rain gauge. All right.
Oh, kids in my class, this is a short right here. This is one of our shorts.
I've done this 18 years. Is married to Martha nearly 22 years. So anyway, so it started up there. Okay.
So let me ask you this: you're sitting around drinking coffee in the morning. You know what? I think I'm gonna be a rain gauge reporter.
Yep. Well, on Channel 19 when Dan Satterfield was on, he was talking about this. I said, I'd like to do that. And so I ordered my rain gauge. I said, it's how much? And then, you have to set it out. It's got to be level. It's got to be where, there's no trees or anything. And so I liked it. But now it's funny when it snows. You got to take the inside funnel out and let it snow all into the 4-inch wide funnel. And then when it's done, take it out, put it in front of the fireplace, and then melt it down so you get the water equivalent. And then you have a little snowboard so it's level. So you say how many inches of snow, and then the water equivalent, which is usually 1 inch of snow, is either 8 to 10 inches. No, the water equivalent is 1 inch of water is 8 to 10 inches of snow.
Is that right?
That's correct. Around
8
here,
to 10
on
inches
average.
of snow is 1 inch.
Will go down to 1 inch of water.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fascinating.
It is.
You just drew Jamie Allen in right there.
That's it. That's it.
I could see Jamie Allen doing this.
He could do that.
Actually,
He could pass it off to. No, you don't live in the right spot. What's over there? Over on Lookout Mountain? Is there a DK over there?
There is.
Okay.
I'm not sure which. They're not that's dependable though. We could talk about the shooting, I guess.
Oh my
gosh,
goodness.
I forgot about that. Yes, I had it on my notes.
Yeah.
My gracious.
Yeah.
That was
we were at church practicing for the FCA thing.
Yeah.
When the kids start getting these texts from their parents, and hey, Mr. Northcutt, hey.
Did you have to lock down?
Yeah, we went down into one of the
because you don't know.
You don't know where they are or if they're on foot.
Yeah.
So we went into one of those back rooms off stage and kind of locked up. And I stood out on stage and texted or called David Smith, who, still keeps in touch with everybody. And he's like, he said, let me check on it. And so he did. And he came down there and the kids got their parents and he walked us out and escorted us to the car so that everybody was safe. But it was crazy.
He headed down to Oxford. I don't know if he used the interstate or he could have come by the church.
I know. It's not that far.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think, it seemed that it was a domestic
Was.
dispute. It was, you're.
It was an ex.
Yes, it was an ex. So, I mean, what's the percentage? If you're going to be murdered, you're probably going to be murdered by someone you know.
Yeah.
I mean,
I don't know.
I
What
think
is
it's a
the
high
percentage?
percentage. I
Is
think
it?
you're
Yeah,
more
well,
likely
yeah,
to be
it's-
murdered by somebody than you know
It's man.
than
it's
just a
tough.
random person.
Martha's marksman. She
Is
can
she?
shoot. Boy, she can shoot. Her little pink earphone,
Yeah,
earphones with her shooting her, she's got 38 pistols.
Yeah, that's sad.
I've learned to sleep with one eye open.
Yeah.
Boy, that Mike Grant said that too. He said,
Yeah.
we've never talked about divorce.
Yeah.
Homicide maybe, but not divorce.
Yeah, real sad.
It very is. I just don't understand.
Yeah, that guy's picture was on the front
I mean,
page.
And the couple was very young, in their early 20s, I think.
I can't believe.
So her ex came up. Was that it?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. And I think they were married, the couple.
That's what I've heard. I think so.
Yeah.
But the children were not there.
There were no children on the premises.
That had been a rumor.
Yeah.
I think.
That had been a rumor.
Yeah. And there was another rumor that they had reported to Fort Payne police, but Fort Payne police said no.
They had what?
They had reported like a threat, like he had been making threats, the guy who shot them. Anyway,
to the people.
Yeah, there's just the stuff that was going on Facebook, and it seems like the police department said no, that's not true.
Wow.
So there was misinformation on Facebook.
Yeah, hard to believe, isn't it?
Yeah,
Hey, it's time to shut the show down.
It sure is. Half
Thank you guys for joining us. Thank you, Jesus, for all that you do for us. We're so glad that you've joined us with episode 37. Next week, I believe we're going to try to get some basketball talk from Fort Payne High School. I'm working on girls and boys basketball to discuss the opening season. And so we'll join you on the next episode of Lunch with Bryan and Steve. We'll see you guys later.